Hey everybody, welcome to the Mark Parham podcast. You can follow me on Spotify by typing in Mark Parham podcast and I should pop up, or wherever you listen to podcasts. So I've been looking at this whole mayor of Los Angeles situation right now in 2026, and I really support Spencer Pratt. I know that he's popular from television and MTV, but I think that it's time LA sits up and has new leadership. I think Karen Bass. Well, I don't think I know. Karen Bass has failed the citizens in LA, and I think that Spencer Pratt would do a very good job at just you know running LA. I think that LA needs somebody that's younger. I think they need somebody that actually cares about the people that live there. Somebody that is going to bring in some new ideas to Los Angeles. And I think Spencer Pratt is somebody that is going to do that. He's done a very good job during the debate. By him, you know, uh, being at that debate, it's drawn a lot of attention all around the United States. And when I'm online, a lot of folks have said that they support him. Like people who don't even live in California have said that they support him running for mayor and that they think that he'll do a good job. And so, you know, Spencer Pratt has, what do they say, the wind at his back, as they say. I think that he's going to win. And the reason why I say that is because, for Karen Bass to be running for re-election after, this situation with the wildfire that happened, I mean, that's crazy. And then you have, the homeless problem in Los Angeles. You have just all this fraud and corruption. And so, if people don't vote for Spencer Pratt, I'll be surprised. Spencer Pratt, out of, I think there's another woman that's running that I think it was Spencer Pratt, Karen Bass, and another lady that was running on the stage for mayor of LA. And I think out of all of those choices, Spencer Pratt is the best choice, and I think he's going to win. I'd be shocked if he doesn't, but I'm not surprised at anything. It's, California and Los Angeles, so anything could happen. But, he's someone that I think he'll do a very good job. And you can tell when he speaks that he really cares about making things better. A lot of these politicians, I call them career politicians, they only care about getting votes and, winning the next election. With Spencer, you can really tell when, people talk to him or when I see interviews of him online, you can really tell that he cares about making things better. And you can tell that he's someone that's going to work very hard for the people. I think sometimes a lot of these career politicians, they get basically sort of arrogant and think, well, you know what? Since people know me and since I have a lot of folks backing me, that I'm going to win every time I decide to run again. And I think that that's a bad attitude to have. And so, I think that Spencer's going to do a good job. And I'm also surprised that Rick Caruso, isn't stepping up. I'm surprised that he's not running for mayor of Los Angeles again. I mean, I remember when all the stuff was happening with the wildfire and people were telling him that he should run for mayor or governor. And I don't really he hasn't really he's not really doing anything to prove otherwise. So again, hope Spencer Pratt wins. I think he's going to improve LA. I think he's going to help lower crime in Los Angeles. I think he's going to end a lot of the fraud and corruption, and anything right now is better than Karen Bass. And it's amazing that Karen Bass is running for re-election. Like for her to even get up on stage and just think that folks are going to vote for her again and she's going to win is it's crazy after all of the stuff that's happened. I mean, the situation in Los Angeles, seeing the videos, seeing the images, it's the corruption, fraud, wildfires, mismanagement, all that stuff is, been going viral online. And so for anyone to vote for Karen Bass again would be, like I said, it just surprised me if Karen Bass would win this time. But like I said, I don't live in California, but I support Spencer Pratt. And, if you're a person that lives in California, just check him out. I mean, he's online. He's on podcasts. I think the last podcast that he's on that I saw him is Joe Rogan. And I think he's going to do a very good job. So let me know how you feel about Spencer Pratt in the comment section.